Okay, let's continue in part two. This is part two, sampling. Now we were discussing cluster. Well, let me just have a closer example about stratified and cluster random sampling. Well, suppose that I want to interview university students. And I want my sample to have or to include students from first year, students from second year, students from third year, and students from fourth year. Well, if I go back to Strata, now in Strata, I'm going to divide all students based on their level. Okay, so I'm going to put all students from first year to call them first year strata, then I'll have second year strata, third year strata, fourth year strata. And if I want to have, if I need, let's say, 100 students, so I'm going to select randomly 25 students from the first strata, first year, then second strata, second year, third strata, third year, and 25 from fourth year. So the number is, let's say, 100. Now for cluster, random sample, well, I need to interview or to conduct my study on students or university students. So instead of having strata and then to select them from each them some members, you can go, let's say, to the colleges of the university. Suppose that I have 5 colleges in my university, so I'm going to consider each college as cluster because each college has all students first year, second year, third year, and then you can interview them, or if the numbers is large, then you can also select by simple random sampling some students to interview or to participate in your research. So this is cluster random sampling, and it is one of the good ways. The population is first split into groups. The overall sample consists of every member from some of the groups. The group are selected at random. Well, the cluster sample, it's good because every member from some of the group, it's good when each group reflects the population as a whole. So let's go to the last good way in sampling. It is a systematic random sample. Let me just write it here. Systematic random sample. Systematic random sample. Now, in systematic random sample, members of the population are put in some order. Now, a starting point is also selected randomly. Then every, let's say, nth member is selected to be in the sample. Well, suppose that this is my sample. Uh, I'm going to put them in order. Again, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and this is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And suppose that this researcher needs 10 members. So first of all, you have to select a point or starting point, and it could be also randomly. Suppose that I'm going to select just one point, and suppose that I selected, let's say, uh, uh, Well, I selected the random or the starting point was here. I need 10 members, so I can select every third person. I can select every third person. So this is number one, two. This is number one, two, three. So I will select this person. Okay. Then one, two, three, and this person. One, two, one, two, three, 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 one, two, three. How many? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and one, two, three. We can take this. So we have green, one, two. For blue, we have one, two, three, and orange, one, two, three, four. So as you see, this is systematic random sample. We just give order, or just member of the population will be put in some order, starting the or selecting the starting point, and then every nth member is selected to be in the sample. Okay, so let's go and remember what do we have here. We said sampling is the process of selecting number of individuals for a study in such a way that the individuals represents the larger group from which they were selected. This is sample. It's the representative selected from the population. Population is the larger group from which the individuals were selected. The purpose of sampling is to gather data about the population in order to make an inference that can be generalized to the population. And we said, if you remember, this is population. We're going to select a sample. This sample should be unbiased and representative in order to generalize the inference that I get from this sample. We said we have bad ways in or methods in sampling, and we have good methods. We talked about convenience sample and voluntary response sample, and we said those two samples are bad because they are biased and not representative. And we discussed the good ways, and we discussed simple random sampling, then stratified sample, random sample, then cluster random sample, and finally systematic random sample. Finally, I hope this video explains to you the different type or different methods in sampling the population. Well, this is Dr. Raed Abdel Karim. Again, please be safe, take care of yourself and your family, and stay home. في أمان الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.